And we're back for the winners set here for Group O of the FX Open Invitational. I am Unstable, joined here by Railcoon as we are going into T-Gun versus GoSuTgun. Game number 1 for the winners set. Daybreak will be map 1 number 1. ZBZ coming out. And of course, looking right here, we have a GoSuTgun up here at the top right as our red Zerg going for a spawning pool. And down here we have T-Gun going for the hatch first as our pink Zerg. So T-Gun coming through Creator with some of the classiest builds I've ever seen. And then GoSuTgun coming through some very solid play against Supernova. So both of them did make it through, of course, 2-1 to 2-0. Either way, winner of this one will go through into the round of 32. So we're definitely going to have one of these guys through. And so far, it's been an interesting ride for a lot of different people. We've already had Baby Knight come through, a couple of Koreans, and one of these guys is definitely going to go through as well. And it is not what I picked to come out of this group, honestly.
Yeah.
With Supernova and Creator in the group, you did not expect either of these guys to be in the final, let alone transferring through into the round of 32. So this is going to be very interesting. At the same time, we do have GoSuTgun going for that hatch afterwards. However, this is going to put T-Gun at a little bit of an advantage here. He does not have his pool done just yet, but he's going to start his Zergling speed actually earlier than GoSuTgun.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of not paying enough attention with his extractor timing from GoSuTgun, but like you're saying, you know, the builds from T-Gun, you could have put him on an account where it was like one of the barcode names. Watch those games, be like, yeah, that was T-Gun. Like, you can tell from watching those games, his style definitely came through. And when we first started casting, you're asking what are we expecting to see here, and I'm like, I don't know if I should say that we should expect this kind of stuff, because I honestly didn't know if T-Gun still does that kind of crap, but apparently the answer is yes, and that's something to watch out for, so it's good to know. And these Zerglings from GoSuTgun are going to get in here, get some decent scouting. The problem is there's not a whole lot to scout, like, he just sees everything really normal. There's a spine crawler going down for T-Gun now, so A's probably going to drop another gas here and maybe try and get a little bit greedy on his unit count, but then
well, either way, it's going to work out well.
Spine crawler too, so looks like both players are looking to play defensively, and we're not going to get anything too crazy.
The spine crawler has really become that standard thing to do at the front of the natural, just in case something does come through that you're not expecting. Both of them, of course, going for the banelings behind this, and it's similar to the situation we saw. I believe it was Scarlet versus who? Who was it versus? I can't remember.
That was
Sirius.
Yeah, Sirius.
That's right. And there was a very close game in the early game, doing stuff like that. But we do see T-Gun getting up here, does get a scout of the base, sees that there is a baneling nest, of course, gets all the way around, sees that there are still workers on that gas, what he wants to know. Alright.
We already see like what a little bit was happening in Scarlet versus Sirius. Look at the worker count. It's 31 to 26. A couple more drones actually finishing up for T-Gun now. So now it's 32 to 26. He's doing a little bit better job of just sneaking drones into his build order while still making units. And that's something that if you can get away with doing in Zerg vs. Zerg, puts you really far ahead. So we do have GoSuTgun moving across the map with a decent group of Zerglings, but there are Banelings here finishing up, and there's a Spine Crawler, so he's going to turn around, see if he can catch any of these Banelings and make them explode.
No.
Oh, he doesn't actually manage to do it.
I thought he was going to go up to scout then, but then he changed his mind. I'm not really sure what happened there. But either way, he does have some decent scouting information on the number of Zerglings that we have. GoSuTgun going into Roaches there and Lair, trying to cut that corner, get a little bit ahead. Might turn around to bite him here, because we do see quite a number of Banelings. But it's going to take a while for them to be aggressive if T-Gun wants to be. So
yeah, T-Gun, it's going to be important when he decides to go for the Lair. If he gets too far behind, this could become an issue. He is playing really defensive, has sent one of the Banelings into his mineral line just to defend against any counterattacks, and is now going to move out with his Zerglings and Banelings. There are Banelings on the other side for GoSuTgun, just a few less, and the Zergling counts are massively in favor of T-Gun, but there are Roaches on the way for GoSuTgun.
Yep.
So I think this is a little bit late for T-Gun to really be doing huge amounts of damage, or he could make a lot of Banelings. There are 11 more Banelings on the way.
As long as he doesn't get caught by the opponent, like by GoSuTgun's Banelings, he should be okay. He's actually already pre-splitting them in case GoSuTgun comes down at him a little bit early, and he's come up now. He's seen that there are Roaches. He might actually just go home once he's seen this. Yes, he is. He's also heading round to the third. No, he's swinging round to the third, which is actually some great instincts there by T-Gun, because there is a third base already just started here. At the same time, he started his own. It's a little bit earlier than GoSuTgun.
Oh, he knows that the Banelings are out of position, so he's actually going to go for the mineral line now. Oh, no, he's turning around.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
very interesting.
he
Mainly
could have gone for it. It looks like he wanted to.
well, with the queen, the spike roll, and all those roaches, he will have to be forced to back up. So we're like, what, 9 minutes, 15 seconds into the game, and T-Gun's still in a very aggressive spot, but with the more roaches that come out here for GoSuTgun, the harder it's going to be for him to really take advantage of this. He's going to come in, he's probably going to be able to force a cancel on this. If he wants to trade here, it will work out well for him. There's the cancel, and he's going to get away just again. He can continue to run away here as well. He's going to lose 2 banelings. Oh, no, he's not.
Nice. Problem is, T-Gun's layer only just started. Roach speed is going to finish here pretty soon for GoSuTgun. He's got a lot of roaches. Once these get speed, he can push across the map, and if he leaves the banelings back at home to defend against the counterattack, which he's not doing, then he would be in a really good spot. So the only real issue he's got to be afraid of with this is the Zergling run by, and there are some Zerglings trying to get into position. We'll see if he can actually get them into a mineral line or not, but GoSuTgun's army is really scary for T-Gun right now because it has that extra speed.
Well, the speed is only going to really make the roaches come out quicker. And it's not going to really affect T-Gun in a defensive position here at the moment. We do see banelings rolling in now. They're actually trying to get some good hits off and getting a lot of those roaches at the front. And why is GoSuTgun attacking those rocks? Not really sure what's going on there, but the banelings are blowing up. He is going to defend this quite nicely with the roach reinforcements that he was making while he's expected this coming through. And now he can sit in a defensive position. We do see another actual cancel. Actually, was that killed or cancelled? I'm not sure, but the Zerglings came through and hit that third.
It makes the animation now, like, when you cancel it, it still makes the same animation, which is a little bit different. Can cause some things you can't just look at anymore. It doesn't look like he canceled it based on his minerals when he said that, but it's hard to say for sure, and that could have gone better for GoSuTgun. He was starting to split against the banelings pretty well, but then the banelings got some really nice hits off. And the slower layer is not going to be as much of an issue for T-Gun anymore, because he's denied that third base twice, and that's a much bigger deal. He's already had the drone lead for quite a while, and now he's able to use that with the third base just to make a ton of dudes. Yeah. And GoSuTgun is rapidly falling behind.
Well, we do see a lot of roaches coming in now to this third base, but T-Gun going to be prepared to defend it. Both of them do have no upgrades, and looks like GoSuTgun is going to get his first upgrade out fairly quickly. But T-Gun just needs to sit here, play defensive. He is 40-50 for supply up here, remember. However, he will not have the infestation pit. He's actually going for another attack on this third base. He's going to get this down again. And this is looking very similar to the Sirius and Scarlet game, to be honest. Like with the there we go. That was so close to not being cancelled. That was actually quite strong.
He's trying to get the drone, and the drone made an extractor, but he still does eventually get it.
Yeah.
Just to delay it a little bit further. I mean, trading a few Zerglings to kill that drone just be annoying. Definitely worth it. Now turning the survivors into banelings. T-Gun looks like he's just going to go for the kill move. He's got, I mean, look at the roach count. It's 50 to 28. He was way ahead in the drones, and GoSuTgun used a lot of his recent larvae to try and catch back up on that, so it means he just hasn't been making drones this entire time. He's trying to get infestors out, but they're not going to be here in time to save him.
GoSuTgun is going to have 1-1 upgrades, though. We do have a lot more roaches coming forward. Let's see how this goes, though. A better concave here for T-Gun at the same time, even though he doesn't have the upgrades. But looking here, he is taking a massive advantage for that. The concave is just way too good. There's like 2-to-1 advantage here.
I was wondering why he wasn't moving forward so all of his roaches could fire, because he had a really big roach advantage.
Yeah.
But he was fighting in a way that not all of his roaches were firing, and it was really helping the 1-1 upgrades. But now that he has moved forward, decided to micro his roaches so they can all shoot. He just completely blasts through GoSuTgun.
Yeah.
Looks much closer than it was because he didn't actually micro forward, and now there's like nothing he can do.
Yeah, too many roaches in the natural here for GoSuTgun. It looks like T-Gun is going to go up 1-0. There's the GG coming out from GoSuTgun. So congratulations to T-Gun. He is one map away from making it into the round of 32. We'll be right back with our next game. Stay with us.